Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Magic News with Magic Ridge. I'm your host, Ridge, and it's nice to meet you. Today, we're going to go over the new Innistrad Midnight Hunt Commander decks, specifically the new cards printed in them that should be legal in Vintage, Legacy, and Commander. So yeah, there's not really many people that do this, so I just want to do this for the people that may be interested in buying one of the Commander decks. So first deck on the chopping block is going to be Coven Counters, is the deck we're going to go over, okay? So we're going to go over the 15 new cards, not the reprints. We're not going over the whole 100 cards, just the new cards that are printed in the deck. So first up, we've got Leonore Autumn Sovereign, okay? She costs 2 mana of any color and a Forest Plains 4 CC for a legendary creature, Human Noble. She is a 0/4. She's nothing but bank. She's got all the ass, okay? And of course, she has the ability called Coven, because it's Coven Counters. So this is one of the legal commanders in the deck. So Coven, at the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature you control. Then, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, draw a card. Not too bad, not too great. I've never really been into Selesnya or whatever. I'm just not into green very much, but that's just personal opinion. Next up, we've got another Selesnya chick here. Next up is going to be Kyler Sigardian Emissary, okay, for 3 mana of any color and a Forest Plains. So 5 CC, we have a legendary creature, Human Cleric. This chick or man is a 2/2, okay, and whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Kyler Sigardian Emissary. And it says, other humans you control get +1/+1 for each counter on Kyler. So it's kind of like a human lord as well. Alright, moving right along, we have a white card here. We've got Celestial Judgment for 4 mana of any color and Plains, 6 CC for a sorcery speed. For each different power among creatures on the battlefield, choose a creature with that power. Destroy each creature not chosen this way. What do you guys think? What's your thoughts? Also, if this video helped you out at all, you enjoyed the video, a little comedic or something, you had some fun, you enjoyed it, consider subscribing, okay? We are on our way to 100 subs. We're at 82 right now. Appreciate all your guys' support. We're going to 100, then 1,000, then 10,000, and then my goal is to hit over 100,000 on this platform. So if you guys can help me out, I really appreciate it. A thumbs up, a like, a comment, a share, a sub, all that stuff helps me out very much. Moving right along and getting off my self-promotion, we've got Curse of Conformity for 4 mana of any color and a Plains 5 CC for an enchantment or a curse. Enchant player. Non-legendary creatures enchanted player controls have base power and toughness 3/3 and lose all creature types. That's a thing. That's a thing. I don't know what to think about that thing, but it's a thing for sure. Next up, we've got Moorland Rescuer for 5 mana of any color and a Plains 6 CC for a creature type Human Knight. This Human Knight is a 4/4. And when Moorland Rescuer dies, return any number of other creature cards with total power X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Where X is Moorland Rescuer's power, exile Moorland Rescuer. That one's not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Next up, we have an Angel. Pretty exciting. We've got Sigarda's Vanguard for 4 mana of any color and a Plains 5 CC for a creature type Angel. This Angel is a 3/3 with flash and flying. And whenever Sigarda's Vanguard enters the battlefield or attacks, choose any number of creatures with different powers. Those creatures gain double strike until end of turn. Now, I kind of like this one, right? I kind of like it. Is it going to make my awesome Absyn Angel of Killing Everything deck, my Bible-themed deck? I don't think she makes the cut. As cool as Double Strike is, she ain't going to make it, boys. I can already tell you. It's not happening. Next up, we've got Stalwart Path Lighter. For 2 mana of any color in a Plains 3/CC, we have a creature type Human Soldier. This Human Soldier is a 3/1 with Vigilance and Coven. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, creatures you control gain Indestructible until end of turn. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Love Indestructible. Big fan, big fan. Next up, we've got Wall of Mourning. Looks like there's an angel on there. Looks like a chroma. But it's probably not. I don't know. Alright, anyway, it costs 1 mana of any color and a Plains 2/CC for a creature type wall. This wall is a 0/4 and it has all the bank. It is a nothing but bank. Although it's an inanimate object, so I don't know if you could say that it has bank or not. This wall has Defender, big surprise, and then when Wall of Mourning enters the battlefield, exile a card from the top of your library face down for each opponent you have. Next up, it has Coven, so at the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, put a card exiled with Wall of Mourning into its owner's hand. It's not that great, fellas. It's not that great. Personally, I don't think it's that great. Next up, we've got the green stuff. So we've got Celebrate the Harvest. For 3 mana of any color and a forest 4/CC sorcery speed, search your library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of different powers among creatures you control. Put those cards onto the battlefield tapped and then shuffle. Very nice. A little bit of mana ramp is very good. Next up, we've got Curse of Clinging Webs. For 2 mana of any color and a forest 3/CC for an enchantment or a curse. It says enchant player. Whenever a non-token creature enchanted player controls dies, exile it and you create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach. Okay. Next up, we've got Heronblade Elite. For 2 mana of any color in a forest 3/CC, we have a creature type Human Warrior. This warrior is a 1/1 with Vigilance. And whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Heronblade Elite. You could tap this Human Warrior to add X mana of any one color, where X is Heronblade Elite's power. Alright. Very cool. This one looks pretty rad. Next up, we have a green legendary creature. We've got Cubrist Harvest Celebrant. For X mana of any color and forest, so unknown CC, we have a legendary creature, Tree Folk. It is a 0/0, and it says Cubrist Harvest Celebrant enters the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. Okay? And it says remove a +1/+1 counter from Cubrist, prevent all damage that would be dealt this turn to another target creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. I'm not going to buy this deck personally. I hate +1/+1 counter deck. Just too many triggers for me to keep track of. But there are people, my buddy has one and it's amazing. But you got to be on your game because there's a lot of stuff happening. Next up, we've got Ruinous Intrusion. For 3 mana of any color in a forest, 40cc. 4cc instant speed, exile target artifact or enchantment. That's good. And put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the mana value of the permanent exiled this way. I like it. It would be better for 3. I think 3cc would be better than 4. But that's my opinion. So, I think it would be more playable at 3. I don't know how much play it's going to see it for, but I've been surprised before, so. Next up, we've got Sigardian Zealot for 4 mana of any color in a forest, 5 CC for a creature type human cleric. This human cleric is a 3/3, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, choose any number of creatures with different powers. Each of them gets a +X and gains a vigilance until end of turn, where X is Sigardian Zealot's power. This is pretty good. You get a way to buff this guy. Oh my goodness. Yay! Sorry. I'm starting to feel better, if you guys noticed. I'm feeling a little better. So we're getting back to regular programming over here. Next up, we have Somberwald Beastmaster for 6 mana of any color and a forest, 7 CC for a creature type human ranger. This ranger is a 1/1, and when Somberwald Beastmaster enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token, a 3/3 green beast creature token, and a 4/4 green beast creature token. Also, creature tokens you control have Death Touch. So we have a creature token Lord here. Creature token Lord. Very cool. Death Touch, very good. Definitely would put this in all sorts of Selesnya token decks. I used to run one in Standard a million years ago, and it was pretty good. Yeah, and that's going to be it for this deck. So, once again, we were just going over the Coven counters, all the new cards in Coven counters. One of the new Midnight Hunt Commander decks that I think you could get a couple days ago. On the 17th, they've come out. So, if you've been thinking about if that's something you are interested in, those are the new cards printed in them. I heard that the decks are worth like $100 a piece or something like that. I'm not 100% positive, but people look like they're interested in them and stuff. So yeah, yeah. I mean, I appreciate it. Once again, I ordered a set box of Midnight Hunt. As soon as it gets here, we're going to start a new giveaway. All right. You do have to be subbed to join the giveaway, so you may as well sub now if you're new to the channel. Welcome to my humble abode. And yeah, probably be 3 winners like usual. And I'm excited. This set looks awesome. If you do not know, Innistrad is my favorite block. My favorite set from the block is Avacyn Restored, obviously. I'm thinking about getting a tattoo just behind my ear here of the set symbol. I don't know if I'm going to do all black or if we're going to go for the mythic colors. But yeah, just putting that out there. I'm crazy. I'm weird. Welcome. Join me. You weird? Are you a little off? Join the team. Let's get her going, boys. Yeah, other than that, I've got plenty of videos for you to check out. I've got commander decks galore. We've got box openings. You can see how many old giveaways I've got, so I'm super serious about the giveaways. Those are coming. Congrats for those guys who win, and good luck for those who haven't won yet that are gonna win. Until next time, I'm gonna go now.